So, what's going on guys, KaidGames here, welcome back to a brand new video, and today I wanted to make a quick tutorial on how you can win solo player Warzones. Just about 1 or 2 hours ago the new game mode came out, and today I will show you the best tips, tricks to get as many kills as possible and get that victory royale. So that includes everything, how to get as much money as possible, what are the most main important things that you should buy at the start, in which locations should you go to get the best loot, and much more. So if you're interested in that, sit back, relax, and let's just right into it. So first things first is my most favorite strategy for Warzone as a solo player, and this is how I can find every 15 seconds a player. The first things that I do is I go in one of the 5 locations, which I will mention later into the video. I land in one of them, loot all the houses. If I find a player, I eliminate them, and whenever I have exactly 6,000 cash, I go to the nearest shop and buy the job kit. Whenever that is done, I get my loadout and go to one of the biggest cities close near me. Then about that time, I'll be able to find another player, eliminate them, and at that time I should have 4,000 cash. So then what I do is I go to the shop and buy UAV. So whenever you enable it, you can see in your minimap players. A lot of times, especially as a solo player, there'll be a lot of people camping and they'll never be expecting someone to see or know where they are. So I enable the UAV, I check in the minimap who is the nearest player. If by any chance I think that they hear me or anything like that, I use my tactical heartbeat sensor, and with my perks which I can see their footsteps or any other stuff, I spot them and see where they are, and then we fight. Usually about 80% of the time they're caught off guard and I just easily kill them, or sometimes if they're waiting for me it's a 1v1, and about 95% of the time if you have a good aim you will win. So you eliminate a player, again go to the shop, buy UAV, into the minimap, find out the next player and go from there. That is how I get a lot of kills really fast. This tactic especially works really well in big cities where there are a lot of players. And with that said, here is the best loadout which you can use as a solo player. My main weapon of choice is M4A1, then the secondary weapon is the sniper, which is the X50. For perks I'm going for cold-blooded, two-handed and a tracker. Then last but not the least, for lethal I'm going with a grenade, and my tactical is the heartbeat sensor. So with the cold-blooded perk, a lot of players will not be able to see you from their UAVs. With a tracker you'll be able to see some camping players, their footsteps, and the two-handed perk is that you can carry the secondary weapon, which is the sniper. So this build works if you're super aggressive or if you want to camp. If someone is close to you, just use the M4A1, or if you see someone at distance, then switch to your sniper. I specifically chose this one, which is the AX50. So if you headshot someone, that is one shot, one kill, or for bodies you will have to hit them twice. Both of them are the best weapons ever. So with that said, let's go to the attachments. Taking a closer look at the primary weapon, which is the M4A1. For muzzle we're using the tactical suppression. Optic is the monocle reflex scythe. Stock is the Singwards arm invader. Under barrel is the operator's foregrip, and last but not the least, the ammunition is 60 rounds. The tactical suppressor will help you that a lot of players will not be able to hear you. The 60 magazine round will help you that you can kill easily 2 to 3 players without even reloading once. The optic is made so it is easier for you to be able to see other players at long distance, and stock and the under barrel is just for stabilization, so you can move fast if someone is close enough to you, or on the other hand be really stable to hit targets from long distance. Obviously if you don't have the level 71 like I do, so at the start try to get to the enough level to unlock this weapon, and then just follow the same rail. Only upgrade the muzzle, optic, stock, under barrel and ammunition. Then going over to the secondary weapon, which is the sniper, called the AX50. For muzzle I'm using the muzzle brake, barrel is the Singwards Arms Pro, optic is the thermal sniper scope, the stock is marksman, and last but not the least is a rare grip, which is called the rubberized grip tape. So basically the most important thing for this weapon is to have that thermal sniper scope, so whenever you zoom in it is about 10 times easier to spot the player, and just in general easier to snipe. For the rest of the attachments I just went for the maximum accuracy and damage, so you could achieve that one shot one kill with as much stable aim as possible. There is absolutely no need for any perks whatsoever. These builds are made to kill anyone without reloading. Especially as a solo player, you'll be only fighting one player at a time. Then going over into the money making, or how can you make as much money as possible so you could buy all the drop kits and everything else. Lucky for you, I have already made a video where I showcased a tutorial on how I made 20,000 cash in just under 2 minutes. What are the best locations to land and that type of stuff. So if you're interested in that tutorial, link will be in the description. Then going over to the next section is which are my top most favorite and best places to land. So the top one is hills. In my opinion, it's one of the most versatile and best locations to land as a solo player. There'll be a bunch of houses to loot. If you see someone and don't want to fight them, you can just go on a different house, loot up, and then fight them. Or on the other hand, if you're aggressive like me, you just land on them, easily can fight them. And this location is really close to Pro Made East and West. The more natural cover you get, the more players you can fight by yourself without any interference from anyone whatsoever. There are a bunch of shops really close enough. And just by going inside 2 or 3 houses, I already get 6,000 cash so I can buy my job kit. Then the second place in my opinion, which is the best, is the hospital. If you're a fan of just fighting 2 or 3 players at a time and you want to go for high eliminations, then hospital is your best bet. There is a shop nearby, and the biggest cities, find as much players as you can. Then the third place is the farmland. In the middle of it, there'll be a bunch of houses which you can just loot up. And then you'll be able to see a huge open space. This one is specifically friendly for campers or a lot newer players who are not that good and need a distance and not that many players. So this is the best location to just find 1 or 2 guys, get enough loot, and have really good spot for a sniper. Then one of the last ones are, which I told you already, which are the pre-made East and pre-made West. These are my top 2 locations to land whenever I want a lot of kills. There are a bunch of shops and contracts close by. And the most important thing, there are many houses, so if someone is shooting you, you can have the natural cover, heal up, and fight them again. Then last but not the least is my most favorite place, which is the park. It's not one of the worst locations, neither the best. It is about 50% just huge open space and 50% houses and that type of stuff. So if you're interested in not many kills, nor really slow gameplay, so you're looking for a 50-50, then this is the best location for you. What I usually like to do is just mix around between these 5 locations so I never get bored. I get a variety type of players so I can get as many kills as possible in the shortest amount of time. And that's about it. I really do appreciate it for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. These were my top best tips and tricks so you can get as many kills as possible in the shortest amount of time, get a lot of money, find variety type of players, get the best loadout, and much more. So if you're interested in any other tutorials, or maybe how can you fix in-game lag in Warzone, what are the best loadouts, how do you extend your map by 25%, or any other tutorials or anything like that, check my channel out and you'll find every single one of those videos already made. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget click that like and subscribe to keep up to date with every video, top 10 list, or if I make, which is every single day. As well, enable that notification bell so you would get notified when a new video is up and running. Appreciate it for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. My name is Kaid. You have an amazing day and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Peace.
Yo, I ain't here for the money.